back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 3 of the Hoops All In podcast. I'm your host, Werls Francois, co-host Kyle Anthony, co-host Kaine Legacy. It's been a while since we record episode here, but how you guys doing, man? Happy holidays as we about to head into the new year. What's going on?
Happy holidays, everybody. Yeah, how are you guys doing? I'm good. I'm sorry that I don't have any poinsettias on my set, but I'm trying to represent with the colors, at least the poinsettia colors. So everything's good. The holidays were really good so far.
Merry Christmas, everybody. We're looking forward to the new year. We got a lot of big things going on in the new year. So, you know what I mean? I'm really glad to be back here with the guys. So I'm looking forward to another good talk.
Amen. Amen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely gonna kick off 2022 with a bang. So let's talk about the Lakers recently. Everybody's favorite LA team of mine. They've been not so good to me, but they've been struggling recently. The season has not started off to what they hoped it would be. Currently 17-18, sitting at 7th in the Western Conference, if I'm not mistaken. Anthony Davis is out.
As of this recording, yeah.
As of this recording, yes. After this recording, they're currently 7th in the Western Conference. Anthony Davis is out. Russell Westbrook has been a train wreck. Well, not so, but his turnovers has been so. But what's going on with the Lakers? I mean, they've been struggling. The big three has just been seeming not to gel so far with about 30-something games that they played in the season. So what's going on? Is it Frank Vogel need to be fired? Does Russell Westbrook need to be traded? Does AD need to be traded? Does LeBron have to request a trade out of LA to go back to Cleveland? What we need to do? What do the Lakers need to do?
They need to play
get
defense.
Things straight.
They need to play defense. It's real simple. It's not complicated. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these games they're losing because the score is getting run up. Like they really need to play defense, man. The game the other night that I wanted to rub in against the Suns, it was like the Suns were playing by themselves. I mean, what was that on 21st? It's like a blowout. Like it was like after third quarter, I didn't see any defensive effort. Meanwhile, Phoenix is running the floor. They're getting stops. They're getting all the rebounds. Like they need to play defense and rebound. They really do. And I don't know what the reason is. I mean, these guys are not new to the game. They should know this by now, I feel, you know what I mean? But I don't see the defensive effort and the rebounding is all going to the other team.
What was it that I said the last time we were together?
Oh, boy.
What was it about?
Boy.
What was it about not playing the game on paper and not automatically handing superstar team loaded team with the championship just because they're all superstars? Listen, this is not the first time this has happened. It's not even the first time it's happened in LA and with the Lakers. You know what I mean? And I said that the bench was going to be extra important for them because they would have to be able to take a load off of the starters in terms of minutes. I said certain injuries are built into your age. As you get older and you're a professional athlete, you got to run 94 feet back and forth for 48 minutes. I'm not Nostradamus when I said this. You know what I mean? It was all there. This time they can still. There's time for them to turn it around, but it's easy to find scapegoats. It's easy to say, oh, should Frank Vogel be fired? Should Russell Westbrook be traded? My thing is this: it's easier. The saying is it's easier to fire a coach than it is to fire, quote unquote, trade a player. But that's not his fault. You know what I mean? These guys have all, they got a lot of mileage on them. They got a lot of playoff pedigree amongst them, and they know what they have to do. And I don't know if they've had player meetings and discuss it amongst themselves, or if they should keep having them until they finally get it together. But if nobody's willing to change their game even a little bit just to accommodate your teammate, emphasis on the word team, then the problem is what you see in the mirror, and it's not in the coach's seat. You know what I mean? And as far as Russell Westbrook goes, I read something earlier today on social media, somebody's post, and It basically says that just because he averaged a triple double for a couple of seasons and made it look easy, it's not easy. And people are expecting him to do it all the time. And I'm like, okay. So that my feeling is you can't just be complacent. You know,
That's what. Yeah.
I feel like he's being complacent in the sense that the knock on you is that you are not a great three-point shooter or outside shooter. This is what the knock is. So why aren't you improving on this in the offseason? Why aren't you working on this? Superstar players are supposed to improve their game. They're not supposed to get complacent and say, I'm good enough, I'm great. I'm already, everybody says I'm great. I know I'm great. I don't need anything. I don't have to improve on anything. No, it's not about lifting and stretching only. It's about expanding your game and improving your game. So that's my feeling about Russ.
Russ. See, everybody was dragging Cat for what he said about Russ, but I agreed with him. You know what I mean? It's like,
he's a stat chaser.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? He's getting dragged. But the truth of the matter is, like, Russ's triple doubles don't mean anything. He's a walking triple double. But win some games, bro. Like, I don't care how many triple doubles you get on your. That's my problem with him and Melo. I like them both as individual players, but their teams don't win. You know what I mean? Chalk it up to chemistry. Chalk it up to you being a vet, not taking a leadership role. Chalk it up to you not putting any effort in on the defensive end, because neither Russ or Melo was a great defender. You know what I mean? So the Lakers culture is just one about running up points and everybody, you know what I mean, being a walking triple-double. But, you know what I mean, now you got Anthony Davis anchoring the team at center. You know what I mean? And he missed, half the games last year. And see what happens when you try to start Dwight Howard. I mean, 1 point against the Thunder. You know what I mean? No, the whole thing is messed up. It's a lack of effort as far as a team effort. You know what I mean? Russ can put up numbers. Melo can come through in the clutch. LeBron is, you know what I mean, going to be LeBron. But none of these guys can win games by themselves. I thought we all knew this, It's just evidently they don't.
I feel like if we have to put the blame on somebody, because as you called it, a scapegoat, somebody has to be a scapegoat. I would probably say Anthony Davis 1 and then Russell Westbrook 2, because AD has not shown up to be the number one franchise guy for this team that he was supposed to be. You think about, he's 27, 28 years old. He's supposed to be in his prime. He's supposed to be looked at as one of the top 5 greatest basketball players in today's game, up there with, Kevin Durant, up there with Giannis Antetokounmpo, up there with Steph Curry. He just hasn't lived up to that. Talent-wise, he's there, but he just actually hasn't put it into fruition on the basketball court. And it's just, again, he's injury prone. It's now he's going to miss almost a month or 2 with a sprained MCL. So he's out. Westbrook, I really see why Kevin Durant had to leave his ass. I mean, I'm sorry. Russell Westbrook is just one of those players. He's like having a child. You love having a kid. You take them out everywhere they're good. But when they have a temper tantrum in public, you just want to beat their ass sometimes. Dude, what are you doing? When you tell them, hey, you can't have this, and then they start throwing things on the floor, it gives you headaches. When I watch Westbrook play the point guard position, it's turnover after turnover after turnover after turnover. So, these are just the last 5 games I saw. 7 turnovers, 3 turnovers, 5 turnovers, 7 turnovers, 6 turnovers. You can't win with that type of production. Especially that's the guy that's your point guard. Your point guard is not supposed to be turning the ball over at this rate when he has the ball in his possession 99% of the time. So, you can't blame LeBron because he's playing out of his mind. His last 10 games, he's been averaging over 30 plus and shooting very efficient from the field. I mean,
he's been playing by himself.
He jumped center the other day.
Yeah, it's been 105, and that was the game that he actually won. That they won. So,
who are they playing?
The Houston Rockets.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought for a second I was thinking the Detroit Pistons, which I think my gamble is going to be safe. Because I did say that if the Detroit Pistons would win, a championship this season, I would have their logo tattooed on my forehead. So
yeah, you're not in danger of that.
I'm safe. I don't bet to lose.
I'm glad you
What
didn't
kind
bet
of
against.
bet was that? What
When it was on film, though, it was okay. But now it's like, of course not. What kind of
I'm
bet
glad
was
you
that?
didn't bet against the Suns, man. You'd have been walking around looking with a sun tattoo on your forehead, like
Well, I could do something with
Mexican.
that. I could turn that into something somehow. But anyway.
No, that was a shot at Werls. Yeah, he knows what I'm talking about too. There's no way. We remember we got to replay my predictions from the beginning of the season. I said Golden State, the Suns in the WCF, and then it's going to wind up being the Suns versus the Nets in the finals. That's what I said.
But I'm gonna have to argue with that. I think it's going to be the Warriors versus the Nets in the finals. Because guess what?
The Warriors, because
Golden State
going to beat the Suns in the final. You can you can say that. Just
I'm guaranteeing that right now because you want to know what happened. Guess what? Golden State. What did Golden State do? They beat your Phoenix Suns without Andrew Wiggins, without Jordan Poole, without Klay Thompson, without Wiseman, and you guys had a full roster.
But the first time they had a full roster and we beat them. So I mean.
But they beat you guys at home. They beat you guys at home, and Phoenix is a very, very good home team.
That proves nothing though, because like I said, when they had a full roster, we still wiped the floor with them. So,
and when you guys had a full roster, they was missing 4 key players. They beat you guys.
The second game against Golden State, we lost Book, so we can't really.
Oh yeah, Book was out.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So we can't really.
I'm talking about the Christmas Day one because you guys played 3.
What was that? Like a 2-point game though? I mean, I don't think we can. Yeah, I don't think we can guarantee a champion. A WCF on that.
So now we have to only. So it's all about winning by a certain spread now.
No, they beat you guys 116, 107.
Beat us up by 30.
Hold on,
that's a game.
That's not 2. 116 to 107. That's more than 2 points. I'm not good at math, but that's more than 2 points right there.
All right, 9 points. All right, fair enough.
Anyway,
fair enough. Series stands right now at 2-1. That's not a championship, yet. So
I do say I
think you guys will split though. You guys will win the last game, and then
I also said
it'll be an even split.
I think we need to run it back because I think I also said something about my Warriors.
Your Warriors. You're a Knicks fan.
Yes. No. I will not. I stand by everything I say. I say yes. I'm a Knicks fan. I grew up a Knicks fan. I'm loyal, and obviously, I'm extremely loyal. Okay, but
you have to be.
I've been a Warriors fan for what 15, 16 years.
Oh, you going back to when what was his name? Dante.
Oh, this is when they had the We Believe team with Matt Barnes, Steven Jackson, Baron Davis,
Curry, and
that's when exactly. Okay. And that's I've been a fan since then. There's no bandwagon jumping here. I've never done it, never will. Anybody that knows Kyle Anthony knows that I've been a Warriors fan that long before the more recent hype. So
Kyle's like
that's a whole other conversation because I would love to talk about Warriors in totality.
but
nevertheless.
So then we're really gonna be. So it's 2 for the Warriors, 1 for Phoenix right now. The way we stand, we all agree it's gonna be those 2 teams in the WCF.
Oh,
I think so.
Yeah,
I agree.
But
unless if LA makes like a massive trade and they, get another star caliber. If they get like Ben Simmons, maybe.
Who? I don't mean who Ben Simmons. I mean who would trade?
Oh no, the Lakers. I'm talking about if they make a massive splash at trade deadline.
Are we still talking about the Lakers?
Wait, and you think that the Lakers become that much? Like they will make a deep playoff run because they would get Ben Simmons?
Okay, yes, because what did Kaine just talked about? What's their biggest, flaw? Is defense. Ben Simmons is a great defender.
Okay, is he supposed to defend how many positions on the floor?
He's a 1 through 5 guy. So you tell me Ben Simmons can't defend a point?
Yeah, but what's he gonna do? I mean, if you got one guy that's playing great defense and four others are playing adequate to poor defense,
I'll be the devil's advocate here. I think Werls is saying that what Ben Simmons will do is bring a defensive culture and mindset to the league.
Thank you.
Never mind that Frank Vogel is a defensive-minded coach.
Yeah, but also when you have, like when Kaine said, when you have Carmelo Anthony and Russell Westbrook, those two players who are not known for defense. Listen, you could be a defensive-minded coach all you want, but if players who are not known for their defense at all, you can't. Defense is an effort. You can't teach defense.
You can't coach that.
Play
exactly.
it or not.
No, I agree with everything you said, but I just don't think Ben Simmons is the one cure-all for their situation. That is not some magic bullet that's going to turn their season around.
Well, he'll be a Band-Aid. He won't fix it all, but he'll be a Band-Aid.
Well,
There's still going to be a giant scar right there.
Sorry to make all these fun references.
At this point, man, I mean, unless they do something with AD being out for the next 50 games, because you know how he is. Street clothes, anyone?
Street clothes, Davis.
Designer suit Davis. They're not even going to make the playoffs. They're not going to be in the top 8.
Him and Kyrie's alternate uniform is street clothes.
Oh, you did that on purpose. Oh,
yeah, he did.
Man.
Hey, at least Kyrie not injury prone like AD.
Oh, wait, what? Wait a minute. No.
Who's been more? Hold on. Who's been more injury prone the last 3 seasons? Anthony Davis.
But has Kyrie ever played a full season in his career? You have 3 seconds.
I believe once when he played.
Not with the Celtics. Not with the Celtics.
Not in Boston. I don't think so. He has to play
in Cleveland. Not in college.
Okay, we're not talking about obviously.
So tell me, does he not like wearing his street clothes?
Hey, he's still getting paid half the season till. Well, not anymore. We'll talk about that.